The Pittsburgh Steelers have entered rookie minicamp here, and I don't care about the quarterback room. George Pickens just got traded 2 days ago, which was crazy to wake up to. Kind of felt a burden off of my shoulders, and I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, so I'm wondering how you guys are feeling here. But I know that rookie minicamp is extremely exciting, and Pittsburgh's got some absolute dogs. Jack Sawyer, Will Howard, Caleb Johnson, Derek Harman, Y.A. Black, you name it. Pittsburgh, once again, had a phenomenal draft, and I want to just kind of go through some stuff from all the Pittsburgh Steelers beat reporters. We'll have the link in the description and hopefully on the video right now as it stands, but I just wanted to go through it. We did this last year, and I just have a lot of fun talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers, and if you guys have been following this channel for a while now, I'm huge on the team. Every single offseason, I'm huge on the team, and I get it. The quarterback room, you guys just drafted Will Howard. I saw a tweet that he's going to be the best sixth-round QB since Tom Brady. Bookmark the tweet. I absolutely love it. I'm loving the hype. I really am excited for Will Howard. There's no way, shape, or form. There's no way, shape, or form that he should have gone in the sixth round. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into some Pittsburgh Steelers rookie minicamp stuff. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys haven't already. We talk Pittsburgh Steelers every single week, all the time. So let's get into it. All right, guys, here we go. We got some fog drills here. Caleb Johnson, Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon. Max Hurleman as well. I'm really excited about Caleb Johnson. Obviously, Najee Harris is now with the Los Angeles Chargers, but they very similar playing styles. I would even say Caleb Johnson is a little bit more physical. He's 6'1", 225 pounds. One of the stats I really loved last season is he logged 21 total touchdowns in 2024. He also had 86.5 PFF rushing grade. He averaged 4.2 yards after contact per attempt. So this new revamped running back room, going younger, going with Caleb, as opposed to Najee, they don't fumble. Both of them don't fumble. That was my favorite. That was one of my favorite parts about Najee Harris is, first off, how reliable he is. Doesn't get injured. When he is banged up, he plays through it. Najee Harris does not miss football games, right? Well, he also doesn't fumble the football. And, the quarterback room for Pittsburgh in the last couple of seasons been a little bit underwhelming. They've had to rely heavily on the running game. We usually see Najee Harris kick it up in the second half because it starts to get a little bit colder. These defenses start to get a little bit more banged up. But Johnson didn't record a single fumble in 2024, and he even had 3 total career fumbles during his time at Iowa. He fumbled twice in 2023, he fumbled once in 2022, and he only lost one of those. That was in 2022 as a freshman against The Ohio State University. But he finished his career with 29 straight games, aka just about 500 total touches, without a lost fumble. Now, when we look at Najee Harris, he had only 5 total fumbles in 4 years, none in his rookie season, and none in his final season last year with Pittsburgh. So I'm really excited for Caleb Johnson. But I also think it's a little bit interesting, the Trey Sermon pickup. These guys, we know a lot of these rookies are going to be making this roster. They'll be bringing some practice squad players to compete in camp, and this is big for guys like Trey Sermon here. He spent some time in Indy. He was a very good college football running back, so I'm keeping my eye on him during mandatory rookie minicamp. But let's move on. Let's get to a different player. All right, Will Howard. Look how tall he is. Look how big this player is. Now, obviously, this is just a walkthrough here, just going through the motions. And I saw a tweet out. If you guys been watching this channel since the draft, I'm huge on Will Howard. I absolutely love him. I will let this clip keep going. And, now there's no George Pickens, which honestly, it's kind of almost, I don't want to be rude to George Pickens, but it's almost like a burden, and I'm a Packers fan. It's almost like a burden has been probably lifted off of your back, right? Just kind of was a good time to move off. DK Metcalf is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, and Mason Rudolph is currently slated in as the starter. And like I said, I saw a tweet. I think this was from a Steelers reporter, and they were saying Will Howard will be the best sixth-round, rookie QB since Tom Brady. Bookmark this tweet, and I absolutely love the confidence. I really hope Will Howard gets some run here. No matter if Kirk Cousins is made a move for, Aaron Rodgers is made a move for, or even if Mason Rudolph is the starter for week 1. I just really like Will Howard, and People say he was, not necessarily like the catalyst to why Ohio State was such a good offensive football team. He wasn't the driver, right? He was just kind of a passenger along for the ride. And I think that's very disrespectful. I think that's very uncrediting to Will Howard. If Will Howard didn't play how he did last season, he threw like 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, had, almost an 80% completion rate. Like, they don't win the national championship if Will Howard was not playing how Will Howard played. I'm a Notre Dame football fan, and he smoked us. He absolutely smoked us in the national championship game. So whether it's preseason, whether it's next year, 2 years from now, Will Howard finally gets his opportunity in Pittsburgh, I know for me personally, I'm feeling good that Pittsburgh ended up getting this guy. All right, guys, here we got Steelers rookies, Derek Harman, Y.A. Black, working hard on usage today. I really like the Derek Harman move at 21 in the first round, and obviously most people were kind of anticipating a quarterback was going to be selected, and we know Cameron Hayward is 36, or he's entering his year 36 season. That's old. And so Derek Harman is just the perfect successor to him. And so he's going to help you this upcoming season. Also very excited for YA. Very cool story as well. But 91.2 PFF pass rush grade against true pass sets in 2024. That was Derek Harman last season. Folks, that was tied for the highest among interior defenders in this year's entire class. He also led the FBS with 34 total quarterback pressures when lined up as a defensive tackle. He was second with a 10.7% pressure rate, and so he's going to really help with the run defense day one, no matter what his role is, no matter who's healthy, unhealthy this upcoming season. Derek Harman's going to be a really critical piece for this rush defense, and I don't need to tell Steelers fans, the run defense towards the end of the season, I know, it's hard when you can't get off of the field, or I mean that in the sense of you can only stop an offense so many times when your quarterback's not moving the ball down the field. You're not having any success throwing the football. You're averaging 200 passing yards per game. You're a mediocre run team statistically. 4-game losing streak. Like, there's a lot that went into the Steelers' end of the season. And so I know Derek Harman, day one, end of the season, is going to be ready to contribute specifically to getting to the rusher, but I really liked the Derek Harman first round move, and now it kind of all makes sense when we look at the grand scheme here, the quarterback room, and the rest of the Steelers draft. I'm very excited about Derek Harman. People are freaking out about his injuries. He's not freaking out. I'm not freaking out, so I think we're good. All right, guys, I know you can't hear GM Omar Khan here, but he's pretty much explaining how the trade of George Pickens came together. He was saying there was some rumors, or there were some calls made during the draft. Nothing really made too much sense for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then this offer comes from the Dallas Cowgirls, third-round pick, whatever. And he finally pulls the trigger. And I know we talked a little bit about it in the intro, but I don't know, man. I have George Pickens in fantasy football. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, but I get sick of the diva. I really do. And I'm not saying he was going to be a locker room issue. He was a locker room issue or anything like that, but it just seemed like a good time with the DK Metcalf trade to make a move. And now, of course, we're hearing some Brandon Ayuk rumors, just like we did last season with Pittsburgh. And I'll be honest with you, if Pittsburgh goes out there and makes a trade for Brandon Ayuk, and they go into next year with Brandon Ayuk and DK Metcalf under contract, that is terrifying, no matter who the quarterback is this year, next year, or the year after that. But sometimes it's a business, and you got to make business moves, and thank goodness they got DK Metcalf, because they needed a wide receiver number 2 extremely bad last season, and I do just want to show some love to last year's rookie Roman Wilson, who we barely saw due to injuries at the start of the year, and so this was an early third-round pick last season for Pittsburgh, so hopefully he's ready to go out of the gate, and him and DK can be the wide receiver core for Pittsburgh moving forward. But folks, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. If you're interested in me continuing to cover rookie minicamp, Pittsburgh Steelers, all the fun stuff, OTAs, etc., you've come to the right place. So let me know if you guys want more. But as always, thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and we will see you soon.